In today's video, I want to take you guys through the possibility of some major PlayStation 5 game reveals from third-party studios being revealed very soon, as Xbox will be holding their event on May 7th. We'll take a look at that. The rhythm action first-person shooter roguelike BPM bullets per minute has been announced for consoles and PC. That game looks quite good, and we'll highlight that at the end of this video. But first up, a lot of you guys are waiting to hear about more PlayStation 5 games, and while first-party reveals are probably not going to happen until Sony holds their own event, third-party reveals will probably be happening very soon. However, these games are probably going to be from a cross-generation standpoint, given the fact that I doubt a lot of third parties want to move into the foray of releasing their games exclusively for next-generation platforms, just because a lot of people are not going to have access to those consoles. Nonetheless, the Xbox Twitter account put out, "You want to see games for the Xbox Series X? We want to show you games for the Xbox Series X. Check out first look at next-gen gameplay from our global developers partners within Inside Xbox on Thursday, May 7th at 8 a.m. Pacific time." Now, obviously, this is an Xbox event, so why does it pertain to PS5 potential buyers? Well, it's pretty obvious. That's because a lot of third-party games are going to be shown off, and those games are going to make their way over to the PlayStation 5 as well. One game that I would highly expect to see gameplay out of is Assassin's Creed Valhalla, given the fact that the trailer for that game very much catered towards Xbox and was promoted around the sense of it being a Series X title. I imagine Microsoft and Ubisoft have a little bit of a partnership going on from that game. I don't have that as confirmed factual evidence. However, just based on the promotional material put out for the game, yes, it will be coming to the PlayStation 5, of course, but it does seem like they are putting an emphasis on the Xbox Series X version of the game. What other games could we see there? Well, Elden Ring is another title that could very well be there. Microsoft and Bandai Namco have had very good relations, and I would love to see gameplay of that, and it seems like we should be seeing gameplay of that sooner rather than later, given that it's supposed to come out in 2020. I don't know if that's still gonna stick, but you would imagine that that E3 window would have been the perfect time for Bandai Namco to make the big reveal on that game, because Bandai Namco is usually a big part of E3, but this year, of course, no E3 conference will be held. I would imagine Cyberpunk 2077 will be there, just because we know that Smart Delivery will offer Cyberpunk 2077 on the Series X. Dying Light 2 is another game that could be there, and who knows, we might get some official game reveals. EA has a lot of games under their sleeve, and I'm sure they're dying to reveal those games as well. We probably won't see the new Battlefield game, given that that's not coming until 2021, but they are definitely working on a lot of other games that they are dying to reveal, and an Xbox event would be a good way to get things in motion. As far as the PlayStation event, now Jason Schreier tweeted out, "It begins," in response to the Xbox tweet. Then someone followed up and tweeted at him, "What about Sony?" And Schreier responded, "A few more weeks, I believe." And that does line up with the new rumor suggesting that the PlayStation 5 reveal event will be happening on June the 4th. So everything is lining up as far as next generation reveals. Yes, everything is also very much fluid, but now that we're seeing concrete dates, we're seeing dates getting confirmed as far as Inside Xbox hosting their event on May 7th. I think news is slowly going to trickle out. Maybe even at this point, we would have had a lot more news trickle out if the world wasn't in the state that it is right now. Nonetheless, if you've been dying for next generation information, that is going to be happening very, very soon. I would imagine that the months of May and June are going to be very, very busy in terms of talking about the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, getting a lot of information about those two consoles, and seeing what specific games are going to be coming to those platforms as well. And I think more than anything, they really have to settle a launch lineup of games, and they do have to differentiate themselves between each other. We know that the Series X is going to offer things like Game Pass and a lot of other features that is going to make it very much distinguishable from the PlayStation 5. And PlayStation, their main imperative and what's always been their go-to card has been their exclusives. I think there's a little bit of a negative reception towards them right now with everything that happened with The Last of Us Part 2, but that is one game. They still have Guerrilla Games. They still have all the other studios working on games. Japan Studio, that rumored Bluepoint game, is Ratchet & Clank making a comeback, Insomniac is still out there, Sony Santa Monica Studio. There's a lot of potential, but I do really expect that next generation with the Series X and PlayStation 5, if you're expecting it to just be a wash and the PlayStation 5 is going to dominate again, I think you are foolish. Look at what Microsoft is doing. They have set themselves up for the Series X to be a monster of a console with things like Game Pass and the things like them acquiring so many studios to create these games. Yes, a lot of these games will be appearing on PC as well, but I always feel like there is an audience for consoles, and that is going to remain intact. Whatever the case may be, come May 7th, we'll see the reveal of a lot of games from Inside Xbox, and again, those games will from a third-party standpoint, probably be coming to the PlayStation 5 as well, barring any third-party exclusive agreements, which we know both Microsoft and Sony are not shying away from. Final Fantasy VII Remake, of course, one of the main ones in recent memory that has seen a significant one-year timed exclusivity. I would imagine Microsoft may counter back with something heavy like that. But nonetheless, we'll see everything unfold come May 7th and hopefully June 4th for the PlayStation 5 reveal event. Also, I do want to note to you guys, the rhythm action first-person shooter roguelike BPM Bullets Per Minute has been announced for consoles and PC. Fight as a Valkyrie to repel the forces of the underworld from invading Asgard. United Kingdom-based developer Awe Interactive has announced BPM Bullets Per Minute, a rhythm action first-person shooter roguelike due out for PC via Steam this summer and consoles this winter. Currently, the developer has only confirmed it will release an Xbox One version, but it also told Gamatsu it is in talks with Sony Interactive Entertainment regarding a PS4 version, so hopefully that comes to fruition as well. As far as what the game is, it's a rhythm action first-person shooter roguelike game where you must shoot, jump, and dodge to the beat of an epic rock soundtrack, delve into randomly generated dungeon where one missed note can lead to your death, gain game-changing abilities, and loot powerful weaponry to defeat your ancient enemy Nidhogg. Fight as many Valkyrie to repel the forces of the underworld from invading the world of Asgard. All of your actions and the actions of your enemies are tied to the beat of the music. Your enemies perform dance-like sequences to the attacks to an epic rock opera. BPM, inspired by retro shooters of the 90s, it is fast, frantic, and rhythmical. You can double jump, dash, rocket jump, and bunny hop to evade your opponents. Your goal is to reach the end of randomly generated dungeons, collecting different weapons, abilities, and items each time you play. These weapons and abilities can radically alter the way you play, making each playthrough very unique. You must defeat the 7 bosses to reach the final boss. Each boss moves and attacks in a unique way that you must learn to exploit if you want to succeed. Some attacks require you to jump over fields of lava, some to dodge fast projectiles, some to hold fast to a beat. Game is rather interesting in design and premise, and I'm always a fan of rhythm-based games. That's been one of those genres that I've discovered a love for more recently than anything, and any game that does implement rhythm-based gameplay into a game like a first-person shooter as well as a roguelike. Now, this is a concoction of a lot of different genres, and from that standpoint, it's rather interesting. Could be a little bit of a train wreck, but I'm hoping Awe Interactive does offer something really great when this does drop in winter for the consoles, and then again, summer for Steam. That's going to conclude this video. Again, as far as PlayStation 5 game reveals, those are going to be unfolding very, very soon. Third-party PS5 games today, debut gameplay at Xbox Series X event. That'll be kicking off next week, Thursday, May 7th at 8 a.m. Pacific Time, 11 a.m. Eastern. And the rhythm action first-person shooter roguelike BPM Bullets Per Minute has been announced for consoles and PC. That should be coming this summer for PC and the winter for consoles. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.